Ayebo. Yes, man. Another episode, the Carve Daily Podcast. It's a Tuesday, August. We're still out here doing our thing. I go by the name of Kevin, Kev Love.
Kev
I told you
Magic.
that today.
Kevin, the rainbow. What rainbow hugs?
Rainbow hugs and totally sunflower energy. And you cats, what it do? How are you? How's your Tuesday?
What it is. It was really good in the hood, a very good evening to everyone who's tuning in. Thank you so much for, coming through, listening to us. I know that, a lot of people are just saying, hey, Kat, I saw that notification just popping up on my phone. And thank you so much to everyone who's doing that. So if you haven't, please follow us on YouTube. We are Carve Africa. Hit that notification bell so that every night when we drop an episode, or without fail, you'll be able to be part of the first people who get to listen to what we have in store for that day. Today's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. And I believe in a Tea Tuesday, and I haven't had one today. But I'm feeling good and hopeful for the day. I've started creating a gratitude journal and doing a whole lot of stuff that will keep me mindful of the goodness that we have. I think sometimes we get too locked up in what it is that we don't have, or the difficulty that we're facing, that if you can just try to pin down 3 things that you're grateful for, you find you're seeing how blessed you are, even with the small things that you have, like just being grateful for that. So it's been a good Tuesday, a productive one. Keo, how's it been for you?
My Tuesday, it was kind of productive, but not a 10 out of 10. And since you mentioned the gratitude journal, I've had mine for quite some time. So I call mine thoughts better than mine. Thoughts better than mine. So every page, gratitude, date, and I write everything that I'm going through and things that I'm trying to achieve. So for August, my chapter for August, it's called the Teach Me chapter, whereby as much as we ask for things, I'm here to ask, to be taught. So I'm learning, I'm asking to be taught to get to that next chapter of my life that I'm busy writing about. So welcome to my Teach Me chapter, and it's August, Women's Month. I can be a great. Somebody said I will be an amazing husband to someone. I will not get like whoever that's out there. Yeah, you must check potential.
Hey, no potential is serious. A whole, journaling, and I think it's not often that we hear, guys saying they journal or they write out their thoughts. Yes, now they do a lot of meditation, but it's not often that we get to hear guys talking about journaling in that space, So it's very refreshing to hear that Kev Magic and that the rainbow hugs also does that, just as most of us honeys do, Speaking of writing, do you know how DJ Maphorisa, someone has written his rap lyrics on that Amapiano track that he recently dropped? Have you listened to it, Izolo? Featuring Tyler IC.
That verse is fire.
That's
that verse.
And I think the video, it makes like the way it just goes ta-ta, those lights just going pa-pa-pa. They kind of just make the verse sound more intensified, right?
But that's what every artist is doing that. And it's not a bad thing. I think we need to start accepting and giving props to writers Because if Beyonce can have 10 writers in the studio, why can't Maphorisa have, those writers?
No, the only problem ever to the Lord Pori, a couple of months ago, he was fetching people on Twitter saying, hello, onani ghostwriter, legaba charge 10 million. You must still say, ghostwriter for and acknowledge your ghostwriter. So that's why people feel like, okay, hold on. Why are you not acknowledging your ghostwriter? Because people are like, they are sure, there's no way that Lord Pori wrote that verse.
Okay, so let's say he wrote the verse, because I believe, his alter ego Madumani is hella dope. So let's say he wrote the verse. What are you guys gonna say?
I mean, he's not, because the thing is, he's not saying he's not, confirming or denying or anything. He's just being silent. So I think that's what's eating people up. Guys, oh, because now people are like, you're now working with reason. And Ramizo hore ala kai neo ukotsi ka lefoko. So maybe I'm waiting vese, but that doesn't even look like a verse or kremang that anyone can write for you. Ever we krema that well, right?
But I see that on the credits, there's no Sizwe, a guy, but there's no Sizwe. But I know Dali Wong is an amazing writer, so I see his name there. So Temba Soko we get DJ Maphorisa kera. That's his real name. So he's part of the writers of the song. So I give it to Madumani, guys. Maduman is hella dope, guys.
And even if you watch his live album of the year, duo or group of the year, I mean, come on, the Lord Pori got flavor. Like
even Mpora will drop you, will give you bars for days. Mpora.
I believe in the Lord Pori. I believe in the Lord Pori because I believe batho ba go social nguve, batho ba mo Pretoria, Aristope. Yeah, that's how much.
No, what hyper Pretoria.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see like when Pretoria people do great. Like, hey, Joe, get born, kira show.
I can't, but that's like Madumani, guys. The fact that the song is by DJ Maphorisa, Madumani as well. It's the same person, but there's two names.
Yeah. Go on to hotla section hotla moya o mongwe fela, so yeah.
I'm all for that. It kills me that you have both names. It's like DJ's Boo saying DJ's Boo and Mzegezek. Yet same person. Guys. Anyways, like featuring.
Yeah.
That's like that song is fire, guys. Just give Maphorisa his props. He's been doing amazing. They've been running lockdown from day one. And even when they go, when he
even
goes
before
live,
lockdown,
he's in studio. Yeah. He's in studio. Doing dope songs. The cabs are small, but so people shouldn't be shocked. The only question that I have is how do they split the royalties? Because there's always a lot of people they work with, they write songs with on one song. On one song, you can have 5 people featured on the song. So how do they split the royalties? Maybe we should tackle that part soon. It's the music business. The music business. You need to understand, Jorge. Fine, there's streams, there's whatsoever, there's whatever royalties. I want to know how do they split this. So that is very important. But as long as Bapara di Gucci ka ofela, like you said,
you know who's not splitting any kind of money with anyone? DJ Tira. Because over let's be like again, let's get long free money. I don't own a venue. I'm a DJ. I'm just booked to come and do my thing. And I got pateliwa and get high. Like
that's foul. That's also foul play though.
That's what he's saying. Don't be coming at him and wanting to be all in. He's just unapologetic about that again.
There is foul play because we in a pandemic. We're not already out again. But as we mentioned before, he said that he tweeted Hore, whatever event is coming up, without this, you won't be allowed to come in. So him taking a video in a crowded place, and then after Oriana had again, that is foul play. Because he is.
And actually
allowing people to be so are you disappointing me?
Let's rather talk about the greatness that is happening within the tourism industry. Like, we know with the adjusted level 3, so many places have been able to start operating again. And I think we've just been focusing so much on the partying side and restaurateur side, but really forgetting the amazingness of the tourism industry of South Africa and how that is again, I guess, booming again. Sun City reopened its doors today or this week, and I think that's a major one for the brand. I mean, can you imagine them just finally being able to bring in people, come and enjoy? Who doesn't love Sun City? We know that in November, homecoming events will be there, but they're just saying, hey, the level lockdown 4 is lifted. The tourism can finally kickstart again. And imagine when that whole place didn't have employees. Imagine Sun City would have shut down, and how that must have affected literally so many people within that space that were working there. Some people probably just moved to Rustenburg to go work for Sun City. Then it's like and then what? So I'm really happy to see that. Apparently the Valley of Waves is under construction, but they've kicked off with having those Segway tours, and we'll be able to kick off, and looking at how the business will continue to boom and, get back to an operational space again.
Well, I am happy about that. Because of, jobs are secured, people get to make money, people get to go on holidays, staycations, vacations, whatever cation you want to name. The only thing that I'm scared of is the fact that in Europe, and I see now in New York, people require, New York City will require proof of vaccination against COVID-19 to enter restaurants and fitness centers. So I just pray that we don't get to that point, because this whole vaccination thing whereby you have the right, to say no to being vaccinated. You also, want to get vaccinated. So there's a lot of mixed reactions regarding that. But I just pray as South Africa, we don't get to that point. But if we also gonna, allow people to come visit South Africa and, try help us in the travel space, are we gonna also need that from them? That's another question. So the fact that Sun City is open, restaurants are open, people get to make money, people get to support their families. And I hope that this time we don't lose control or we don't lose focus, in regards to how we should protect ourselves against COVID. But we love the street, guys. People have been, cooped up in their own houses for so long, some want to go on dates with the, people they've met online, some,
but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. But
how would you know though?
No, I never know. there's a new Radisson Red in Rosebank. Okay, you could take a break from the normal goof spots to go and meet that person you want to go on a date with and go support a new business by going to the Radisson Red in Rosebank and go checking out that Yui bar that they have. And they have a rooftop as well there that shows a scenic thing of Johannesburg. And I think try something new. Tlohela go ho tletseng goof o ye go ho leng sharp.
So when you're dating, go to goof.
No. Like when last did I go on a date? Kila ka ene dating. Some
goof go the dating goof.
Some people do. Some people like go dating their first date, go chesanya.
I feel like that's
somewhere where you're breaking the ice already. No,
for my first date.
Oscar box abana ba bang ha witse hore bana ba ira. Marnakir, I'm just saying, as part of the Groove Guide, I think a place that you can go check out is the Radisson Red in Rosebank, because that's open and ready to serve you, and they have beautiful rooms. We're actually going to be having we took a tour of the place before it opened, just after it was constructed. So we'll soon be dropping that on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't clicked on the notification bell, do the right thing, please, because we're going to be showcasing travel, and we're going to be kicking off with a nice travel showcase that gives you the intel of how the Radisson Red in Rosebank looks like. You're welcome.
Yeah, but yes, staycations, guys. Staycations are open, so go listen to your thoughts, do whatever that makes you happy. So yeah, I want. And also, what I saw is DJ's Boo posted a picture of himself with Gareth Cliff, Tiwa Touch, DJ Fresh, and Robert Marawa.
But I was like,
the question. No, but that's an old picture, because that was from an interview they did with Gareth Cliff on Cliff Central. So there are interviews on YouTube already. So the question you asked was, would we be happy if they opened a station together?
Oh yeah, and I saw a lineup of what they would be calling their shows.
Yeah, but do you think it's gonna be a hit? Because the new generation don't know, with DJ's Boo in terms of radio numbers and how radio was back then.
We're back then again. But radio space and but I mean, I think they're just people who know how to do great radio. I'm not saying they should quit their day jobs. I mean, I don't know if it would. I mean, right now, Robert Marawa is simulcasting on Radio 2000 and, Metro FM.
Didn't he leave SABC?
Oh, no.
I think he left. I think he just left the SA.
Like, just left? Like, you mean like yesterday or last week? Because I must have missed that.
Yeah,
but I know
there was a headline.
Robbie, from what I know, Robbie is simulcasting on Radio 2000 and Metro FM at the same time. That's what I know.
So these are the headlines. SAFA joins calls for SABC to rehire fired Robert Marawa. Yeah. And that's on the Citizen. Do you understand? So well, the last headline was like 7 hours ago.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Because I actually saw it on that post on his WhatsApp status. So okay, maybe they're considering like a thing, and I didn't really ask much into it. But okay, I'll give us some feedback. I'll go ask Robbie hore ufila yanga tabeo and Dintang.
Because he's an amazing broadcaster, guys. Like there's a lot of big shoes
playing
to fill.
Right now? Like
no, there's probably somebody who's in his place, speaking sports and all that. but he is, he's one of a kind. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a stan. I'm a huge fan of Robrizi Marone. But the truth is,
come confuse a little bit. Okay, Robin, what's a traffic, guys? Let's go with the can Rob busy, and then Robert Mara
is just traffic. But the point is, what's happening now with radio stations, with people that have been in the game for so long and getting fired. Even during the course of the radio year, people just randomly get fired nowadays. Because I think it's also because they tackling internal issues in these stations, and whoever that's running the stations or wherever they'll be working at don't like how these guys want things to be done, because apparently there's new ways to do things. That's why influencers are hired on radio. You just a pretty face with huge numbers, people question that. So we'll see what's gonna happen. But I hope he gets rehired, because he's one of the best. He's a legend.
I see Katlego Maboe is back on social media. Do you think he will be rehired?
They have to. I mean, he's not the first man to do, what he did to his wife, and the fact that people are getting cancelled for abuse and all that, that's another thing. Obviously you have to face the consequences. But Mohale and Somizi are in the same basket. But what's happening to Somizi? Do you understand? Or maybe they don't have proof that Somizi is doing or did the things Mohale or whoever's stating that Somizi did this is doing.
But I mean, Katlego Maboe, he cheated.
Yes, he cheated. He gave the wife STDs. The wife also said he was abusive emotionally. So I guess that counts as
yes. Yeah.
But also, it's both-sided, because people, even women, want him to be back on TV. When he posted, I saw the comments. People felt for him because they believe he deserves a second chance, because he was one of those celebrities whereby there was nothing, no bad headline, around him. Everything about him was always, good.
But he says, in light of the comments made against me, I would like to state that I've never abused my partner, quote unquote. And so it's still in court. I mean, he was arrested, and his PR person says that the matter is being heard in the magistrate's court and is currently sub judice, or I don't know how they say that, and that there's no further, comments from any of the parties that will be made to media, as it'll be an attempt of court. So I guess we won't really know anytime soon, if a guy, but he's back, and I guess the only thing we'll be able to see is, will he be hired in positions again, or rather the question we should all be asking, which brand is brave enough to be the first one to hire him back into any kind of project?
And he's so young. How old is he? Still under 30 now. Still chasing 30.
How are this year? This guy is younger than me.
Is he a year younger, or he is very young? So I think the main thing is that we need to allow him to. Oh, he's actually old. Sorry.
Yeah.
The thing.
You guy, you're not old deal.
He's 1986. But really, 86.
Okay.
Nah, man. Never mind. But the point is the industry also transparent? Because I feel some get leniency and some just get the boot.
Yeah, like Somizi go idols na what's gonna happen?
Also depends.
Go ask a man. And already now there are already some celebrities who are saying, like, you know, your Rosie Martinez and your Amanda Blackson and Jackie Pamotas, they're saying, we believe you, Mohale, you know, and this now GBV thing is kicking off with that, and it's like, okay, why o ka re yona e fella mo moyeng, like ya tonya, like ka re ha entertain you one to have some sort of action. I guess we don't know. Ask a man tomorrow and hear if he's gonna be there.
Give it a couple of days, you know, because these are, you know, hectic headlines to read in the morning about what's happening between the two. So I feel like something is going to come out. Obviously, Somizi has to come out and state, you know, what was actually happening between the two. So I just hope, you know, they sort out whatever issues they have, because they dope human beings. They inspire a lot of people. You know, their love story. So, but I guess pictures, listen, hey, get it up.
Hape mo tsa hore Mohale a tlo bolela ka hore di ribs wa o tlo bolela hore no, but you know, I mean, people,
somebody also mentioned that's why Mohale was not crying when Somizi proposed. You know, so that's why I don't want to entertain that, because jiggy next week people will be back together. We're not really busy. On social media, so I ain't again, guys.
Minnie has now added script writing to her CV because she's writing for a show or film called Pa on an Afrikaans channel. She's literally on KykNet. She wrote a whole movie that's going to play there. And she announced it today that Yena, basically she's a storyteller. I wonder, was she writing in Afrikaans or was her story written in English and converted into Afrikaans?
Hey, you know that part. But I feel like she's been in the game for too long. So if she writes good in Afrikaans, why not? You know, congratulations to her that she adds, you know, script writing to her CV, a talent we didn't know she had, but she's still very, you know, a young Black woman and writing for an Afrikaans, which is mostly white language. Let her spread her wings. Congratulations, Minnie. Congratulations. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So congratulations to her, and let's hope that, you know, she gives us dope content, dope things that we're gonna watch as well, and see is this legit now?
Yeah.
So
you know, that's true. We just she's tired of being boxed, and you know, she just wants to show a new side of her, or you know, add more to her many talents. So yes, we really can't wait to see what else she's got cooking up there. So yeah, for sure, congrats to her.
That's a huge statement to make. You know, I'm tired of being boxed.
Okay, maybe that's not quote unquote. Don't quote me. Hold on. Now I'm hearing her. Okay, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that she thinks she's adding another layer to what we just normally see her do. And you know, she's just adding a new title to herself and to more of the talents that she has. That's what I'm saying. So Scar tired of cancel. Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Minnie.
Yeah. Today, South Africa announced Miss South Africa announced their top 10 finalists. And you know, in that batch of the 10 finalists, there is a transgender woman called Letlogonola Machaba. And she's 24 years old. She's a fashion model. She's open about being transgender. And, for me, it's just like a highlight to say, this brand has come far in being able to allow the world or South Africa the opportunity to see different South African women. Like, for us to see Zozibini win, like, how people never someone who is in a pageant like they are has to have like long hair, look a specific way, and then Zozi just came and then after that, like, there's just been so much acceptance of South African women, and I think Little Kgonola's story is another one that I think is commendable and really amazing to see that the brand is really showing the world
I feel South Africa is sets a lot of trends, and I think we speak about this so many, like almost every day. We set trends and the world follows. That's why the world is always watching. So for the fact that there's a transgender being in these top 10 contestants, and it's not your normal what you'll find in a Vogue magazine or whatsoever that we've been given throughout the years. So it opens up the conversation. Next year we will see a fully figured woman, Akenela, with confidence, and I think that's the reason that should be like the landmark for something like Miss South Africa or wherever beauty pageant, whereby it's not supposed to be. It's not about beauty fella nowadays. It's about your brains. How confident you are, and are you willing to take up this challenge and inspire more young women or more women in our society to go for whatever they believe in. So congratulations to her to make it to the top 10. And I hope she wins. Actually, I pray that she wins so that we can learn more and hear more about her journey, as a transgender. So I'd love to be educated by her, and I'd love to see what she will be doing for our people.
But that's like, we can't just, my thing is, okay, I love her story, but I don't think she should win on just that merit. Like, there are so many. There's a medical doctor, a 24-year-old. There is a commercial pilot who's 24 years old as well. There's someone who's studying LLB law, there are people who are doing a whole lot of things out there. Like, if you look at the list of this top 10, the people who are doing human movement sciences, people who look at so many different careers, the vastness of that. I think we can't just say she should win because only, but I say, that's what we love about watching the pageant. When we get to hear those difficult questions being asked, and I think those are going to be the deciders. And on that day will be on the 16th of October. It will be hosted in Cape Town at the Grand West Arena, and we certainly can't wait to be there and see what these women have to offer and how they're going to take over that reign.
And again, she probably has more, she probably has other things, in her bag of whatever made her, apply and become, get into the top 10. So I'm sure the transgender thing is just to create headlines for Miss SA, to get people, into it. So there's probably more about her we don't know. So yeah, that's why she has a bigger story than most of these guys. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna raise my hand for her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna vote for her if they vote.
Okay. I will let you guys know on the night how I feel about that. I will remain being a journalist and remain objective and let it be fair game and not take sides in the beginning. But one thing I do know that I would like for us to wrap up the show with just saying, guys, rest. We've seen so many people just this week talking about like fatigue. Last week people had just been hella tired, breaking down, myself included. And when I saw Shonim Kiza's story about how she was okay, next minute she's bedridden and on high blood medication, and it's like, guys, even young people can get like your strokes and your high bloods and all those other conditions. While we're still so young, let's rest, take care of ourselves, enrich ourselves with like great things, have good things that we do, go watch movies and celebrate more of the creative industry, and really take time off. Like at the end of the day, let's just be mindful of that's basically my takeout. And that's why I'm saying it's a thoughtful Tuesday, and I want to finish off the show by just mentioning that story of Shonim Kiza and just saying to everyone, Hari Kutzen.
Yeah, definitely, because I feel like she works too hard and she supports a lot of people as well. The fact that she had to go in and out of court for the Royal M situation with the PSL and all that, that's all part of whatever she's going through, and there's probably more as well. So I pray she gets better, because she inspires a lot of people. She inspires a lot of people.
Oh no, she's perfect. She posted herself the other day at the poster again at the jail. I guess the other day hona ka jeko. A di jail a re bontsha gore bona ke buile, ke ikhuditse, ke fresh. But let's use that as a reminder. Na post every day fella, so I know re bontsha the grind, a re bontsha gore vugani ni gezini, and even though you're in the grind and you're doing all of that, be mindful of your time to rest.
Definitely. So the other thing before we wrap up the show, between Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson, what do you say? Who's the better? Who has the better vocal cords? Who is the better? But now just be out there. I mean, Beyonce can sing, guys. Beyonce can sing. But J Hard, guys, different. J Hard's voice is amazing.
So what are you saying?
Yes, I agree already. Definitely. Ready? I'm agreeing with you. Please drop another book. Drop another book while you at it. Release another book.
The BeyHive is gonna have you.
And they're probably reading these tweets and comments. Maybe they sipping on something. Look at these guys in South Africa. Peter said no. They're probably chilling and laughing at us and all that. But I guess it's banter at the end of the day. We're having fun on social media. It's been a stressful couple of days for everyone. So that's the show. That's Tuesday. What else? What else is out there?
The only thing that's out there is that we are going to load this episode. I know that Halls. So Halls has a campaign that they've just launched, which actually speaks to this resting mechanic that we speak of, and the whole thing is just to partner up with Karabo Popi and having something that is called a space to breathe. And what they'll be doing is, having Karabo Popi chill with a couple of mentees that she has selected, and they're going to have like a mentorship journey where they'll collaborate and spend some time at some space called the breathing space. And in there, work on their creativity. And I guess we just have to see what they're going to cook up. But what we know is that, they have that main hashtag, so Have a breathing
see it.
space. Use your creativity. Do your thing. Mara skafel like moya in the game, especially of creativity.
And I hope we can have a chat with Karabo Poppy, soon, because I love her journey. I love where she's at right now. So shout out to K Poppy, and let's see what House will. House is such a huge brand. It has done so much for our communities, and for the fact that it's also investing in creatives and all that. That's pretty dope. So shout out to House. Hopefully we get Joel Mokav, K Poppy, listen to this.
Maybe we should go check out the breathing space. We probably also just need that kind of space, I think that will be like something great that we can look into for the month of August. Once again, to all my beautiful women in the country, I love you all and happy Women's Month. And we'll continue to talk about the amazingness of women. We haven't really kickstarted with that, but when we do, trust you me, you will know why we took so long to finally have those interviews starting. But soon we will be on it. But from myself, Selepe Maifadi, as you already know, we are Carve Africa on all social media platforms. Do go into our YouTube, click on that notification bell, and make sure you engage with us and interact with us. We will see you soon on all the digital streaming platforms. Don't say I didn't tell you. And I'm signing out. I'm out.
Be out, people. Enjoy. Subscribe. Become a sabi. Become a cover.
That's the right thing. Become a cover. Let them know.
Everybody that's going through whatever they're going through. Rainbow hugs to all of y'all. You're blind. Shouting out KV Magic.
Bye, KV Magic.
Bye, Ken.